Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. It is February 2nd, which means we are officially in the month of love, and I am so freaking excited for today's video. I thought it would be a great idea to read some cutesy romance books for Valentine's Day. I am so excited. I love Valentine's Day. Even when I was single, I would literally make the biggest deal out of Valentine's Day. So far this year, I have been reading majority either fantasy or mystery/thrillers, so I'm so excited to pick up some romance books. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Our first book that I'm going to be starting today on my Kindle is Tourist Trap by Morgan Elizabeth. I don't know anything about this book. I just know that the cover is giving very much Valentine's. So that's going to be the first book that we're going to read today. I do have to get ready and go, but I will be starting it when I leave. I'm going to try to get some clips of that. I am 23% into Tourist Trap right now, and I am eating this book up. Need I remind you that I went into this book completely blind, and I went into it based off of the cover? Well, this is a summer romance, which, honestly, hear me out. When it's this cold outside, the summer romance is kind of like a fresh of breath air, and I am eating this book up. Let's talk about characters first. I love Claire, our FMC. She is amazing, and I feel like if you were to see her at like surface level, you would see this like wild child, party girl, etc. But once you get to know her deep down, you learn that she has her own insecurities, that she has her own worries and problems, even though it may not seem like she does. And then on the flip side, we have Miles, our MMC, who literally shows how stressed he is on the daily. Like, he is so stressed and worried about his financials, and he like wears it on his sleeve. He is trying to buy out his brother's shares in this house. He's kind of like a grump, and then Claire is like sunshine, so we have a bit of a grumpy sunshine there. And then also I want to talk about the fact that Claire is Miles's brother's ex, and Miles and Claire had always kind of had this like unspoken chemistry, which I really feel like, well, we know that that's gonna come out more because they already have so much chemistry in this book. I'm having so much fun. Like, it's giving summer in all of the best ways. There was this one specific scene in the beginning of the book when Miles is kind of saving Claire. I'm not going to say specifically from what or what actually happened, but I literally cackled because it was so perfect for that moment, and their chemistry is phenomenal. And I honestly cannot wait to get to the spice, because one thing Morgan Elizabeth knows how to do is a spicy scene. As far as plot goes, you are following Claire, who is spending this summer in this town. I can't remember the name off of the top of my head, but she's spending the last summer here, and she has a summer bucket list of all of this crazy shenanigans that she wants to do this summer before she moves back home with her parents and basically locks the fuck in to figure out what she wants out of life and to really like sit down and get serious and change her lifestyle, life, whatever. And then, like I said before, you are following Miles, who is trying to buy his brother's shares of this house. We have Grumpy Sunshine, we have Opposites Attract, we have Roommates, we have Ex's brother slash brother's ex, and we have like He Fell First almost. I am really excited to finish reading the book. My Kindle is telling me I have like 3 hours left in the book. Do I think I'm going to be able to read all of that tonight? No. However, I do have a little bit I need to do before I go lay down in bed to read, and then I'll be able to read for probably like an hour or so. So that's the plan for the rest of the night. Never once have I denied you're gorgeous or that I can't stop thinking about you, but let's be clear. You and I both know I could have you if I wanted. I am currently 84% into Tourist Trap, and I will be finishing this book if it's the last thing I do tonight. I have been reading it for basically a week now. I've been getting really distracted with my phone. I have a couple of new updates. One thing I can't stand is the fact that Miles keeps going back and forth with her. Like, I want her, but I can't have her type of situation. And it has nothing to do with the fact that she is quite literally his brother's ex, and everything to do with the fact that he thinks that he's too busy for her and like could never give her a relationship. It would make a lot more sense with him being more cautious with the whole situation of her being his brother's ex rather than like, I don't have time for you BS. But when he did finally give in to their chemistry, yes sir. I will say one thing about Morgan Elizabeth is I do kind of go into her books not really expecting a 5-star read, but she knows how to do spice really well. I am liking Claire more and more the more I read this book. Like, I feel like her character is so funny. My Kindle is telling me I have 48 minutes left in the book, so I'm gonna get myself in bed or honestly on my chair, and I'm gonna read until I finish it. I just finished Tourist Trap by Morgan Elizabeth, and that last chapter, that epilogue, got me. That was so stinking cute. Now, I know I said it before. This book isn't a 5-star read at all by any means, but I do think I'm going to rate it 3.5 stars just because it was a really cute, fast-paced read. If you are really into summer romances, this one is definitely something to check out and put on your radar. I think it was really cute, and the spice was amazing. I'm in bed trying to figure out what book we're going to read next, and I came across Accidentally Yours by Christina Lauren. It's the first book in the Improbable Meet Cute Second Chances series. It's basically a series of 6 books. Each book is by a different author, and they're all like novellas. They are also based around Valentine's Day. So I think we're gonna give this one a shot. I don't typically reach for novellas, but I'm willing to give it a chance. It's only 93 pages. It's about a marketing consultant who accidentally crashes the wrong Zoom meeting and brutally critiques their presentation. She's shocked to receive a job offer from the company's CEO. Their professional email exchanges quickly turn flirty, but her mind keeps drifting to her reserved but gorgeous new neighbor. As Valentine's Day approaches, she'll discover that sometimes the most improbable meet cute can lead to the perfect match. So that has me sold. I just finished reading Accidentally Yours. I'm getting ready because we're gonna go look at some apartments today, and I just wanted to talk. What are you doing?
Dancing for your camera.
Oh my god. I just wanted to talk about this book. My rating. Okay, so first my rating was, I think I'm gonna rate it 2.75 just because I don't know what it is, but I'm not the biggest fan of novellas. However, I do think that with that reasoning, this was a really cute novella. And if you are in...
I'm so sorry.
If you are a person that loves novellas because they're fun and cute and sweet and short, whatever, I feel like you would really be interested in it. I feel like there were a little too many scenes of just the email exchanges because literally a chapter was just email or text, whatever. I feel like had they had a couple more scenes in person together, I would have really liked it. But plot-wise, I am really interested to see in what Christina Lauren would have done with the book and the plot if it were a full-length book. Really liked the writing. The writing was pretty cool. And, yeah. I do think that Jude and Veronica are super cute together. I just wish that they had a little bit more time in person together and they were able to like spend a little bit more time. But this book was literally 93 pages, so I know that the time together and the time you have in the book is very limited. But like I said, very cute read for Valentine's Day if you're just looking for something to read in an hour or two. Good morning, you guys. I'm trying to be as quiet as I can because Austin is still sitting behind me, but I did want to give you guys an update this morning. Last night, I started reading The Naked Truth by Anna Kirkshaw. I'm only on chapter 3, so far what I'm gathering is we are following Nico, who is an adult content creator. Wink wink, nudge nudge. He posts cooking videos on a subscription-based platform, and he doesn't show his face in these videos. And he recently got a cookbook deal through Hawk Publishing, and Annie works for Hawk Publishing, and she is also in charge of this whole cookbook deal going on. And they kind of email back and forth. They are a bit flirty with each other in the emails, which is just chef's kiss. But what they don't realize is that they actually know each other in real life. Annie actually has a twin sister named May, and Nico is really great friends with her, and he also can't stand Annie. So that kind of dynamic is really funny. And when I was looking for what book I wanted to read next, the title said a road trip enemies to lovers book, so I'm kind of interested to see where the road trip aspect will come into it. But so far, so good. They have this thing with like 2 truths and a lie in the email, which I absolutely love. I think that it's like so cute and so personal. I love when couples and books have like a thing, you know? Like, for instance, like they do 2 truths and a lie in Fault in Our Stars, that they're okay, like that sort of things. I really love. I'm really excited to see what happens in it. I am gonna go back in bed and read a little bit longer until Austin wakes up so I can start doing some chores. am 71% into The Naked Truth, and I have some talking points I wrote down on my phone that I want to chat about right now. The first one being that it took me a while to get into this book. I want to say I wasn't necessarily loving or into the story until I was about 35–40% into it. But once I was in it, I was freaking in it. I am obsessed with the whole premise of this book, which is another thing I want to chat about because it's so refreshing to see a plot like this because I haven't seen it very often before. It's really fun. These two are like enemies. They have that forced proximity. There was the scene where you had the only one bed trope, which I actually really loved. Eating this book up. Well, there's a couple things I'm not really liking about the book. The first being that for some reason, for this book being like a road trip, enemies to lovers romance, it's not really giving too much of road trip. Like there are very limited scenes of them actually in the car, and I don't know, there's just, when you think of road trip, you think of a bunch of stuff like blasting music in the car, windows down, hair blowing in the wind, pit stops, gas stops. And while this book does have a lot of those aspects or those characteristics, it just doesn't give that vibe. That there is a couple of scenes where Annie is opening up to Nico and she's just talking about things that have been happened and things that she's experienced. She's just talking about things that she's been experiencing or has experienced, but she's literally just talking about them, and I feel like the scenes where she is opening up would have packed more of an emotional punch had there been a few scenes of like a situation of her actively experiencing those things. I guess I'm trying to say this book is very spicy. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm gonna rate it like a 4 chili peppers because it is spicy. If you are one of those people that absolutely despise spice or doesn't really like it, then this probably isn't the book for you. However, if you are really into spice, then like maybe check it out. The chemistry between Nico and Annie, I'm eating it up. I'm gobbling it up for sure. You could literally cut the tension with a knife because it's so thick. It's currently 7:36 p.m. and so I have a little bit of time before I have to like go to bed and stuff. I would love to try to finish the book tonight. My Kindle is saying I have an hour and a half left, so I think I'm going to lay in bed and read for a little bit. I gotta make this very quick because my battery is about to die, but I just finished reading The Naked Truth and I loved the ending of this book. It was so funny. I literally only had to wait a couple of minutes before I got a couple of scenes with Annie's parents, and she told them the fuck off. I love her. All in all, I am rating this book 4 out of 5 stars. It was so fun, and I think that the love story in here is cute, it's interesting, etc. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you guys in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube things that you already know how to do and I'm just being annoying about. And I will see you guys in the next video.